Thou shalt also suck the milk of the Gentiles. Now these Gentiles are the other nations. The milk meaning their riches. And shall suck the breast of kings, meaning their riches. And thou shalt know that I, Isaiah 60 and 16.
Might read that whole, and you know the whole that we'll read that whole thing. And we're going to read about the kingdom too. You know how the kingdom's going to be. There's a whole lot of scriptures and topics in my head. That's why I said various topics, other topics. Also Isaiah 49. We can read about Solomon's house and temple. How we live, you know, and how we're going to live. And we're gonna live better than Solomon. Yeah. You know, we're gonna live better than Solomon. Yeah. And Solomon was Yahweh Shai. In the reincarnation, I'm gonna say like Mo. For the ones of you guys that don't think that reincarnation is in the Bible, that includes you, Dr. James White, and you, Ricard, the GOCC. Reincarnation is biblical, man. And you, William Bell.
That's right.
Yep, that's right. Yeah, that's that's pretty much it. I mean, basically, you know.
When you finish that, we'll go to Isaiah 60 and 1, start from the top.
Okay.
Isaiah 49.
This is the last verse. Leviticus 23 and 44. And Moses declared unto the children of Israel the feast of the Lord. That's it on that.
So Isaiah 60, let's start from the top.
Okay. The book of Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Hold up. Just in case Dr. James White is listening, read that again, please.
Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise, shine.
By the way, Isaiah is what? A prophet, right? Right. What do prophets do?
Prophesy.
Prophesy. What does the word prophecy mean?
To say before.
Okay, good. Can it be 10 days before? Yeah, right. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. You know, you can immediate prophecy can come to pass.
Yeah.
Like when the Babylonian kingdom came down, mini tekel. Remember?
Yep.
That was a prophecy, but it was written on the wall. Right. And he died, and he went down, or the Babylonians went down that very night. That prophecy took place in a matter of hours. There's some prophecies that take place in a matter of months, in a matter of years, in a matter of hundreds of years, in a matter of thousands of years. Right. So Isaiah, the 60th chapter, when did that take place? It didn't take place yet. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about 1,000 years, a couple thousand years in the future. So read that again, please.
Isaiah 60 and 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
So what does it mean, arise, shine, for that glory of the Lord is risen upon you? Who is it going to rise on? The children of Israel. It's not going to rise on Edomites. It's not going to rise on Moabites. It's not going to rise on Hamites or Ishmaelites or any other ite. It's going to be, the blessing is going to be on Israel. So when we read the rest of this book here, this chapter, it's applying to Israel.
Yeah.
You're not going to be in that number.
That's right. That's right. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people.
That's why people don't know what the hell is going on. That's why they got Jakes that are into the different black consciousness movement. Some are in that's gross darkness.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
They're into this guy was doing a thing, Captain Zazariak with Sarnetta. So I think he ran into the guy that was supposedly touched by Dr. York. There's a new video that was put up, and Zazariak, Captain Zazariak said, "Yeah, this is the spirit, because I don't get here this early. Yeah, it was the spirit." So Sarnetta said, "Yeah, it's the energy. And so Zazariak said, "No, it ain't the energy. It's the He tried to say the Most High. Yeah. You have no business being around those people, man. You have no business being around them, because he doesn't see. Sarnetta doesn't want to acknowledge the Most High.
Right.
He doesn't want to acknowledge the Most High. That's why he said it's an energy. Right. He didn't want to say it was the Most High. I wouldn't be around that dude if you pay me 5 G's to be around him for 5 minutes, man.
That's right.
You ain't supposed to be around them people. You're supposed to be doing what the plan of the Most High told you what to do.
Yeah. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord equates to ignorance, like, you know, like the elder apostle is bringing out. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And really that starts with us, man, through this knowledge. All right. An example of the glory of the Lord is this knowledge, this truth, which, as you can see, very few Israelites can really get. All right. And more and more as we become closer to the end, it's becoming more and more apparent who has the knowledge and who doesn't. All right. The third verse, it says, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light.
You gotta explain that.
And yeah,
explain that
that's
quick,
right. That's right.
The simple demons jump on these guys.
So obviously you should know it's talking about the Israelites that was scattered among the Gentiles. All right. Thy light is the truth. In other words, thy light is to know. Because what's the opposite of not knowing? Ignorance. The opposite of not knowing is gross darkness, like we read about in the earlier verses. All right. The opposite of darkness is what? Light. So you're able to see where you're going. So it says, and the Gentiles, the Israelite foreigners, that's what that means, shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising. The kings are the same thing. You know,
you gotta keep telling them that.
Right.
Because them demons.
Yeah, con.
You know, they're gonna be thinking king this, king that.
Yeah,
king
because
Neptune, you know.
Yeah.
The Queen of England is gonna come. She's, you know.
King
You gotta
Neptune.
let them know the kings, those kings are Israelites, man.
Yeah, they're Israelites. This is the third verse is talking about Israelites, man. Because we're gonna be a nation of kings. That's pursuant to Exodus 19.
Bring it out.
That's
Don't
right.
say it, because it's them simple demons. You gotta move quick with this thing. Them simple demons.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You gotta break it down. Yeah, you gotta break it down to the very last compound.
Ezekiel, because you said this is only for a very few.
Yeah.
Well, that's the scriptures. Ezekiel 11:16. Therefore say, thus saith the Most High Power, although I have cast them far off from among the heathen.
That's right.
Far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries, literally, yet will I be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come. So you got a handful of guys out there in the UK, right? You got a couple of camps out there, right?
Yeah.
You got different states.
Yeah.
You got we're not big.
And they're small.
They're small, you know?
Yeah.
A big camp like out there in LA would be like 45, 50 guys, which that's a small number.
Yeah.
Then you got some camps where it's just one brother or two brothers or three brothers. So this is a little thing.
That's right. Going back to the third verse, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, which that's the Israelite foreigners, and kings to the brightness of thy rising, which is the same thing, Israelite foreigners, because we're going to be a nation of kings. Now here's the proof. Exodus 19:6. It says, and ye shall be unto me. Well, let me start the fifth verse. Now, therefore, if ye will obey my voice indeed. Now, this is the Heavenly Father speaking, Yahweh, and keep my covenant, then ye shall be a peculiar treasure unto me above all people. So right there, that's showing you the Lord ain't dealing with all people. All right, you have a group of people that's above other groups of people, and that's the Lord's chosen, which is the nation of Israel. Ye shall be a peculiar. That word peculiar means strange, because we're a strange people. Peculiar treasure unto me above all people, for all the earth is mine. Now here's the point, the sixth verse, and ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests. So we're going to be a nation of kings. Now that word kingdom, when you break it down, it means domicile of the kings. So we're going to be kings, man. And a king is a person with all his sovereignty, meaning all his so-called God-given rights, something that we don't have here, because we're slaves underneath the so-called white man, in particular the bankers. All right. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the sons of Israel. It says children, but the word there is sons. So it doesn't say all the nations. It says these are the words you shall speak unto the sons of Israel. Okay. So going back.
That's it. Let me read this here back.
Con.
I'm back on what you just read.
Con.
1 Peter 2:7. It says, "Unto you, therefore, which believe," key word, "he is precious. But unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner." Well, that's what the mother camps did. They disallowed us because they mentioned each other's name, big up this camp, bigger, and leave. Well, the stone. Now, we're not saying that with Yahweh Shai, but we're doing the will of Yahweh Shai. But Yahweh Shai compared us to himself in Matthew the 10th chapter, around about the 25th verse on down. It says, if the master went through these things, you're going to go through the same thing. Okay, so we're going to be in that, right? We're going to be in that number, all right? It says, 8th verse, "And a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word." You got a lot of guys stumbling at the word. The mark of the beast. You got ISUPK out there in St. Louis. They're going to do a thing called a lecture on the mark of the beast. And we know they ain't going to break it down the right way. That's why you stumble at the word. All you groups are stumbling at the word one way or another.
Yeah.
And the stone is stumbling and a rock of offense, even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto also they were appointed. So that there's a reason why you're stumbling at the word, because the Most High appointed you to stumble at that word, man.
Yeah.
It's all the Most High is doing. Yeah. It says, "But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light." That's why we're constantly doing videos, man. Last night I did a breakdown on Daniel the 8th chapter, which was needed, badly needed, because you got other camps. They'll take precepts from Daniel 8 and Daniel 7, but they won't go into a full breakdown. You see? So the Spirit jumped on me to go into these. I don't know what breakdown I'm going to do yet next, but the Most High, in due time, will jump on me. Then when I got up, I did it with a couple of videos. The Spirit's on us. We're doing a live stream right now. We're getting ready to go on the highways and the byways.
Right.
Tonight, somebody's going to be doing a show. Tomorrow, there's going to be a live show. Monday, there's going to be 2 or 3 live shows going on. Lessons going on.
Yeah.
Spirit jump on me. Spirit jump on this apostle right here.
Yeah.
That apostle over there. Yeah. That elder over there. That teacher over there. You getting flooded with this truth. So you can't. And then when you go on the comment board, we might do videos on somebody on the comment board made a comment.
That's right. Yeah, the prophecy says that the wise virgins will trim their lamps up. And when you trim your lamp up, you're given much light. All right? That means to turn up your lamp. The 4th verse, "Lift up thine eyes," Isaiah 60:4. "Lift up thine eyes round about, and see, all they gather themselves together. They come to thee." The thee is Israel. "Thy sons shall come from far." Thy sons, meaning the ones that were scattered among the other nations. "And thy daughters shall be nursed at thy side. Then thou shalt see and flow together." We're going to be one nation. "And thine heart no divisions. And thine heart shall fear and be enlarged, because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee." The abundance of the sea, meaning the sea represents the people. So their riches is going to be, that's why there's an old saying, riches are not destroyed. They're what? They're transferred. So all the riches that the bankers have, all that gold, it's going to be transferred to us, man. They're just keeping it warm for us. Those bankers, all right? The bankers of the top banking families of Esau, the Rothschilds, Rockefellers. "Because the abundance of the sea shall be converted unto thee. The forces of the Gentiles shall come unto thee." Now this Gentile here is the other nations. The forces, or their forces, is their riches, and them too, because they're going to be our slaves. All right? Hey, when you have slaves, that's part of your riches. Hey, to have slaves. Hey, the Lord said that we are royal people. Royal people have slaves, man, to do the menial labor. Okay. The multitude of camels shall cover thee, the dromedaries of Midian and Ephah. All they from Sheba shall come. They shall bring gold and incense, and they shall show forth the praises of the Lord. Now, they shall show forth the praises of the Lord. That would have to be the Israelites that were scattered among those nations, because only Israel can show forth the praises of the Lord, right? Which the praises of the Lord is what? This knowledge. All the flocks of Kedar shall be gathered together unto thee. The rams of Nabaoth shall minister unto thee. They shall come with acceptance on mine altar. Again, it's the same thing. The Israelites that are scattered among those nations. And I will glorify the house of my glory. Okay, because you got Israelites that are scattered among every nation on the planet Earth. And that's in the book of Revelation, the 5th chapter, the 9th verse. All right, clearly says that. As a matter of fact, let me get it.
I got something real quick while you're getting that.
Con.
You just mentioned about transferred Ecclesiasticus 10 verses 7 and 8. Matter of fact, start from 7 and read down to 16, 17. Yeah, start Ecclesiasticus chapter 10 verses 7 down to about 17th verse. Starting from the 7th verse.
Ecclesiasticus 10 and 7. Pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both does one commit iniquity. Yeah, that's these bankers. Because of unrighteous dealings, injuries, and riches got by deceit, the kingdom is translated from one people to another. You know, that's why riches are never lost. You know, land, gold, silver, precious stones, precious metals, all of those things are different fabrics, fruits, vegetables, cattle. All of that is riches. You know, it goes from one person to another. So the bankers, the way they got their riches was through thievery, you know, through robbery.
Yeah, they took, like, case in point, the Ark of Titus. Now, depicted on the Ark is the Romans carrying the menorah and the things that they took out of the temple. They took our riches. So we're going to get that back. We're going to get what they took from us. We're going to get it back. Riches are transferred.
It says, why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. And that describes Esau all the way, these international bankers. It says, for such an one setteth his own soul to sale. That's why he sold his birthright. Esau sold his birthright because he didn't have no care for his birthright. He didn't give a damn about the birthright. He just cared about himself.
He's undisciplined.
Undisciplined, yeah.
And that's this devil. This devil is undisciplined. That's why he's corrupted the very earth which he's supposed to live in.
Yeah.
Because he's undisciplined. That's right. Corrupted the air, corrupted the water, corrupted the food.
It says, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. No, within them living good, they don't give a damn about nobody else. They don't have remorse or mercy upon anybody. It says, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die. No, hey, that you see. Oh yeah. Oh, it started acting up. Oh, look at that. Yeah, the Rothschilds and them, that's these guys. They're gonna be casted down. You know, today you're a king, but tomorrow you shall die. And what that means is, you know, literally, eventually you're gonna drop dead, but you're gonna go from a status quo of living good to a status quo of being. It'd be better off that you were dead. You know. It says, for when a man is dead, he shall inherit creeping things, beasts, and worms. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his Maker.
That's all you got is sold out. All you Israelites is sold out. The Most High got something for you.
Right. It says, for pride is the beginning of sin.